In this design tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys how to do an epic but very simple hipster design. So hi guys, welcome back to a brand new Photoshop design tutorial. My name's Manny, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys how to do this super easy hipster design. Now before we get into the tutorial, I just quickly want to mention that I've currently got a $10 sale for my biggest course on Udemy. That is the 10 courses in one, the holy grail for Photoshop retouching. So if you're into Photoshop retouching, this is the best time for you now to get this course for only $10. But please hurry up, I've only got 25 seats open for this course. You can find all the links in the description down below, and again it's just $10. It's on sale right now until those seats are gone. Again, you guys can also use the coupon code 10FEB2015, and yeah, once again 10 courses in one, the holy grail for Photoshop retouching. Alright, so enough of that, let's head right away into the tutorial. As you guys can see, I've added today again a few fonts here, and at the bottom again we've got a nice background. So this is super easy, and I'm going to start right away creating this. Let's turn off our design layer here completely, and you guys can see again we've got our canvas as normally. If you are completely new to this, please have a look on the channel. I've taught already how to do this canvas stuff and how to get to this point. Now as well, let's head down to the bottom here. I'm going to create a new layer, and first of all we're going to make this a black layer. I'm going to take the marking tool from the left hand side, select with the marking tool the complete canvas, hit right click, fill this up with black contents. Okay, great, so I've got already a black canvas now. Now I'm going to press Command D to get out of the selection. Again, remember I'm working with the Mac guys, so if you're a Windows person, please press Control when I say Command. Alright, so I'm going to open again this group, and first of all what I'm going to do is just drag a layer here to the top that I've used. Again, let me switch that quickly to normal. So this is basically just an image that I have found here on Google, again some roses, and has a lot of magentas and green colors in it, so that's why I've also chosen to go with this image. Again, it looks really nice. Now, what I'm going to do first of all to this is also I want to reconvert this to a smart object. I've shown this technique again in another different tutorial, how to work with smart objects. So again, I'm going to hit right click and say here convert to smart object. So now if I'm going to apply a filter, I can easily go back and tweak this filter again after time. But more about that in the other tutorial. Filter, again we're going to go to blur, and we're going to go to Gaussian blur, and today I'm just going to give this around 1.5 to 2 pixels of a blur. For the start, that's perfect already. I'm going to hit OK, and ready, we applied that filter. Again, you guys can see here's a few more things going on. Please have a look on that tutorial so you can learn more about smart objects. I'm going to turn this off, and what I did then is basically just take the opacity all the way down just to 30%. So the dark background is just standing through a little bit, so if I add white font now, white text on top, the text will just stand out really nicely. Then as well, I've also added here another green color, but I don't think that is too necessary. It was just a little bit of a test thing. But the next step was I've added a hue and saturation layer. So what I want to do is basically just go back and select the layer number 1. We're going to go back to our adjustments here to the top. I'm going to select again the hue and saturation adjustment layer. And right away under the masters here, I'm just going to retweak again my hues a little bit and change that a little bit over to a greener color. A little bit away, minus 18, that's around where I want it to be. Minus 17, okay. That's a little bit more red. I'm also going to take the saturation down just a little bit to minus 5. Let's also head over here to the magentas, and I'm going to just take the magentas here with the saturation down a little bit. Okay, so you can be totally creative with this, play a little bit until you think the background looks really nice. Great, so again, I'm going to take all 3 of these layers. I'm going to hold Shift now, so Shift, selecting all of the layers, and press Command G, put that together in a group. I'm going to rename that, and it's going to be the background. Again, remember Windows guys, please press Control when I'm going to use Command. Now, for the next step, I wanted to add again the hipster font and design on top. So for that today I'm going to take again the text tool. I'm going to make a nice big selection over here, and I'm just going to write here in capital letters hipster, and we've already got the font selected. That's random. So I'm going to select the font again, and also going to select the font here from the top. So it's called Rurable. And please guys, this font Rurable is only usable for personal use. So you guys can also find it in the description down below. I've added the creator from the font. His name is Mans. You can buy this font for your commercial use, or if you want to use it for your personal use, you can use it for free again. So Rurable is down below in the description, and that's the font we're going to work with. So I really love this font already. It looks really nice, it stands out really nicely, and it also has a bit of a hipster element to it. I'm going to select at the top here also a white color. So again, selecting the white, and as well going to make this just a little bit bigger. Okay, hipster like so, around 74 pixels. I'm going to accept it and take the move tool and just move this somewhere here into the center. Now I'm going to press Z on the keyboard and just zoom out a little bit, and we're going to take again the text tool. You can also press T on the keyboard so we get into the text tool quicker. Again, it's useful to know those Photoshop shortcuts. I'm going to make a nice selection over here as well, and today I feel like writing Stockholm, so I'm going to add a city name. You guys can also do New York, Paris, Berlin, whatever you want to. So I'm going to write here Stockholm, okay, and selecting all of it. Again, it's super big, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller here, and I wrote all in capital letters as well. Make it a little bit smaller over here, okay. And now what I'm going to do is again switch the fonts first of all. So back to the font library here, and we're again going to work with Helvetica Neue. So let me just select that with H. Helvetica Neue over here, great. And I've also wrote everything in capital letters already, so it's standing out really nicely. Now again, I'm going to select all of it. First of all, make it a bit smaller, and as well take my move tool. And first of all, I just want to place it somewhere over here to first of all have it just a look at the distance here from the S and the P here, so it's fitting in really nicely, but I still want to stretch this a little bit. So again, the text tool, select it, select all of it again. And as well, we're going to go to the character box. If you guys don't have the character box, please have a look under window, character box over here. What I'm going to do is now just take the tracking over here and just push the tracking out all the way. And I think it's still a little bit too big. Okay, like so, so around 600. I'm going to accept it. Let's have a look if I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And I think, yes, it's maybe a little bit too big still. So again, Stockholm, let's take the text tool. Select all of it, and I'm just going to make it a bit smaller, like so. That looks great. So around 9 to 10. Maybe let's make it 10 pixels. Great. And I'm going to move back to the tracking. Make that just a bit more, like so. Okay, so 900 tracking. Accept that from the top. I'm going to take the move tool again and just literally move that a little bit into the position. So super easy, super quick as well, nothing big, nothing special. Again, I'm going to take Stockholm and Hipster, hold shift with both layers, and I'm still in the move tool. I'm going to move that somehow in the center just with my cursors a little bit. Okay, and as well create a group quickly from this. So again, Command G, and we can write here just design. So we've got everything sorted and lined up. Great, so maybe let's have a look quickly what I've done before with my first design and my second design. I just need to delete my background layer here. So again, that was my first design, as you guys can see, a little bit smaller, and the second design just a little bit bigger. Let's maybe compare both of them. So as you guys can see, Stockholm over here a little bit thinner than before, but it's pretty much the same as well. I'm going to turn this off again, and that's basically it for the tutorial. Remember, again, you can also play a little bit more with your background color here with the adjustment layer. It's super easy. You can just quickly go back to this adjustment layer and still tweak this a little bit if you wish to have a different color for this. So maybe I'm even going to push this up a little bit to -11, like so, just to give this a nice touch. You can also go back again to layer number 1, which is the roses here. Again, remember, it's a smart object, so you can use this filter again, and as well you can still take down the roses layer here, the opacity just a bit more. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it for today's Photoshop design tutorial, guys. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with all your buddies who are new to this, and don't forget to subscribe. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.